Hello and welcome to another CHSG History revision video. This one focuses on paper 3 and how to evaluate an interpretation using your contextual knowledge. Let's start by reminding ourselves the difference between sources and interpretations. When we talk about sources, we mean items which were made or left behind by people in the past who were living through events at the time. For example, a soldier in the trenches might leave behind a diary, or we might find the remains of a shield which belonged to a Roman soldier. An interpretation is not the same. An interpretation is someone's view or opinion about the past. It was made by someone who was not there at the time and did not take part in the events. For example, a historian might write a book about ancient Rome, or a movie director might make a film showing his view of the trenches, like the film Warhorse. Because interpretations and sources are different, we need to take a different approach to them. In this video, we're going to look at how to evaluate an interpretation. Here's the interpretation we're going to practice on. Because this is an interpretation, not a source, we are not interested in who made it or where it comes from. We're going to focus only on the content, in other words, what it says in the interpretation. Here is one method for evaluating an interpretation. A successful GCSE historian will know this method off by heart. To show you how to use the method, I'm going to work through it with you step by step. Here's the question we're going to practice on. How far do you agree with interpretation 1 about the challenges facing the Weimar Republic in the years 1919 to 23? Now, because the question says, how far do you agree, we know we need to evaluate the interpretation. This means we have to decide how true the interpretation is. We're going to write about what the interpretation gets right and what it gets wrong. In other words, the strengths and limitations of the interpretation. The first step is to underline the focus of the question. We do this to make sure we stick to what we've been asked to write about. In this case, the focus is the challenges facing the early Weimar Republic. We need to decide whether the interpretation gives us a true view of that topic. In other words, we're focusing on this bit of the course, the early unstable years of the Weimar Republic. Now I'm already thinking about what might be in the interpretation. I expect it might mention some of the challenges or problems which the Weimar Republic faced in this period. So the next step is to prepare the interpretation. First, I'll read it carefully. Next, I'll summarise it. This means I write a sentence which summarises the main point. Now in this case, the interpretation seems to be focusing on one of the big challenges the Weimar Republic faced, hyperinflation. So I'll write that alongside the interpretation so that I don't forget it. Next, I'll underline any points or quotes which are relevant to this. I'm particularly interested in anywhere where I can see a strong opinion. So I've already spotted that it says the hyperinflation ruined the economy. Now that word ruined is quite strong opinionated language. It suggests that the economy was completely wrecked. I can also see that it mentions one of the causes of the hyperinflation, the French occupation of the Ruhr. And it mentions that the Weimar government was partly to blame for the hyperinflation because it printed too many banknotes. The interpretation also claims that the hyperinflation crisis led to people calling for the government to be overthrown. I'm ready to write my answer now. I'll start by analysing the interpretation. This means summarising it, then selecting and explaining some quotes from it. Here's my summary, which is one sentence to sum up the main point of the interpretation. Now I'm going to take one of the quotes I found in the interpretation. Notice how I've put it in quotation marks. I will then explain what that quote means in my own words. I need to do this process several times. As you can see, I've added another quote here. Note I'm using those quotation marks again. And then I've explained it in my own words. Now you have a go at adding some quotes from the interpretation and explaining them. Beginning with the word furthermore is a good way of showing that we are going to be adding more quotes. Note the key phrases which we use when we're analysing the interpretation. These need to be in your analysis too. Next, it's time to evaluate the interpretation. This means we need to judge how true the interpretation is. We need to consider both the strengths and the limitations of the interpretation. We always start with the strengths. To do this, we need to support the interpretation with some of our own detailed knowledge. Now, one point in the interpretation which I know is accurate is the French occupation of the Ruhr. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm going to add some of my own knowledge to explain this, giving some detail about why the French invaded the Ruhr and how this impacted the Ruhr and the German government. And I need to link this back to the interpretation to make sure that I am answering the question I was given. Now this part of my answer needs broad and detailed knowledge, so I'm going to add another point which supports the interpretation. Look, I'm using that word furthermore to show my reader that I'm continuing with another example. This time I'm going to write about the government's decision to print more banknotes. And then I'll develop this point with some really specific knowledge about how this led to hyperinflation. And once again, I'm going to link this back to the question I was asked. So now it's your turn to add some more knowledge of your own to support the interpretation. Perhaps you could write about how the hyperinflation made it hard for businesses to trade properly, or wiped out the wealth of the middle classes. Or perhaps how it made the Weimar Republic so unpopular that Hitler decided the time was right to try and overthrow the government. When you do it, don't forget to use these key phrases in your work. Part of evaluating means also considering whether there are any limitations of the interpretation. An interpretation may have three limitations. Firstly, the interpretation may not be accurate. This means it may contain something which is not true or which is wrong. Secondly, the interpretation may not be complete. This means it may have left out something important about the topic. Thirdly, interpretations may exaggerate. This means they may have overstated the importance of something. So I need to ask myself, is this interpretation correct about hyperinflation being the biggest challenge facing the Weimar Republic? Well, I think the interpretation might be exaggerating a bit. I know that hyperinflation was a crisis, but I also know that it had some positive effects on the government as well. And I've also noticed that the interpretation isn't complete. It doesn't include other challenges to the Weimar Republic. It focuses on hyperinflation, but leaves other serious challenges out, like the stab in the back myth, the Treaty of Versailles, and the extremist uprisings. So I'm going to use these points to show that the interpretation is not totally accurate. So I'm ready to write the next part of my answer. To let my reader know that I am about to switch from the positives to the limitations, I will use the word however. Now I'm going to point out something which the interpretation has exaggerated. I think it exaggerates how serious the hyperinflation crisis was. Now I need to use my own detailed knowledge to develop this point. I know that the hyperinflation crisis was dealt with very quickly by the government. Stresemann called off the passive resistance in the Ruhr and got rid of the worthless currency. This brought hyperinflation to an end. I must remember to link this back to answering the question I was given. And I'm going to develop this by adding another point. Notice I'm using the word furthermore to start this. And it's over to you to continue this bit. Can you explain how the Weimar government benefited from the hyperinflation? Here's some information to help you with this part of the answer. Now let's explain another weakness of the interpretation. This time, let's point out that there are other challenges which are not mentioned in the interpretation. You could pick any one of these topics to write about. Whichever challenge you write about, don't forget to say why it could be a bigger challenge than hyperinflation. When it gets to the end of this part of the answer, we need to reach a judgment. This needs to make a decision about how far we agree with the interpretation. Now, one good way to do this is by saying to what extent we agree with the interpretation. I've decided that I agree with the interpretation, but only to a limited extent. I need to give my winning reasons why. Now, my winning reason is that although the interpretation is right, hyperinflation was a difficult issue, I think it was less serious because the government was able to solve it quickly, and extremist groups were a much more dangerous problem. Now that we've reached the end of the method, look back at the 5 steps we went through. One way of improving your exam technique is to memorize this method and practice it frequently so that you can do it independently. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and take a look at our other GCSE history videos.